Hello, today I will show you how to make this beautiful wreath for your winter holidays. The traditional color choices for winter holidays are red and green colors. Those colors are complementary colors and they look very nice together. Well, nowadays, as a floral designers, we actually trying to add something extra to this color collection, and it might be whites or silvers or gold colors that gives you more this holiday fun and festivity. Today I will show you how to decorate a wreath made of fresh product, mix of evergreenery. And this precise wreath I bought from grocery store. So other choices that actually may be professional floral shop or garden center. Well, that was a wreath I purchased from the store, and it doesn't look very, very nice to me because it's kind of flat as a pancake. So I'm trying to make it more of a shaped as a wreath. Another why I'm trying to redecorate this type of wreath. Not a big fan of this huge bow that might be overpowering the design. So just simply grab your wire cutters and remove that bow if you decided not to use it anymore. First of all, we have to make sure we adding handle to that wreath. And well, usually it's wire. I'm not going to make huge loop, just a tiny one to use that handle for the door. So today we will create pretty popular design. We will add our items clockwise, evenly everywhere. So the tools you need for the project, well, obviously you need some clippers to cut evergreens, and of course wire cutters to cut wire, because that might be a time we need the wire to secure items on it. And I was thinking maybe use heavily glue and glue gun today, because it's simply easiest way to secure items on a wreath, and it's faster this way. Okay, so what kind of evergreenery we're going to add to this base? So this is white fir as a base. I chose this precise one because needles quite sturdy. If they even dry a little bit, they actually will stay attached to the stem. So, and it looks nice, and it reminds me a Christmas tree actually. So next item would be noble fir. I understand that might be just the pieces from your tree. Maybe you cannot buy it somewhere, but it happens. I have it leftovers from my class. So other items that would be very nice Douglas fir, very fluffy, slightly different shade of green. And we have Port Ortward cedar here, different look, completely different look. So we have needle-like texture, and here we have a scale-like texture. And another product I would like to use as pieces of white pine. If you compare it to other needle-like greenery, they're pretty long, and this is how we'll create depth in our design. And lastly, we have another evergreenery, but it's not needle-like or scale-like greenery. Those are broadleaves, and this is boxwood. Not precisely your typical green boxwood as we have everywhere on our yards. This is called Oregonia. It's a variegated boxwood and specifically grown in the state of Oregon. So I like this type of boxwood because it has extra color. It's not precisely the same dark green color as every other evergreenery. It's variegated. It has slightly lighter margins of whites in there. So it's extra decoration for your design. Well, let's begin adding extra pieces of evergreenery to our base. Well, cut a piece, desired piece, that would be kind of check, that would be nice. It's a precise size for our wreath. And I'm going to go ahead and use glue gun. It's already hot. Go over that base of the greenery and maybe over a little bit. And just find a spot and in between the previous greenery. This is what I'm trying to do. So to use different types of greenery, it doesn't matter what kind of wreath you're making for winter holidays or for any holidays. It might be Easter or anything else. Make sure you're using different types of greenery. It always brings interest. It's a lot of different textures. It's a lot of different color choices, forms. Obviously, that's going to be more interesting, just one type of greenery. As you can see here, I'm working in this precise motion clockwise. I'm decorating, I'm adding my extra pieces of different evergreenery in this motion. So in this case, it will be balanced. And spreading those extra pieces, not precisely as a layer. So I'm trying to add it from the top, from the bottom a little bit. It's more of a zigzagging motion throughout the design. So here I'm about to finish adding other evergreeneries to the wreath, and this is kind of final project. Well, I know there's a lot of spider web from the glue. You can clean it easily, so no worries about that. Look how festive it looks now. So from the flat version that we had before as a basic, now it looks very luxurious, and it's technically that type of a wreath you can get from professional floral shop. The next step would be adding accessories to this design. Something extra would be a pretty easy choice, pine cones. And pine cones can be purchased in the craft stores, or you simply can collect them outside. Again, it might be used as a wire. So I have this. Go over the bottom portion of the pine cone with your wire. Twist it a couple times. Now we have a stem. So technically, I might secure the wire to the wreath, since I'm teaching classes and I need to make everything faster. So I prefer to use glue again. I'm just going to glue my pine cones in precise manner, the same motion. I will use this clockwise motion and place my pine cones slightly to the top. Next one might be a little bit underneath. So I'm pretty much done with adding pine cones as a natural accessory to the design, and you may stop right there. That would be your final product, naturalistic looking, with all fresh greeneries, and pine cones, again, comes from the nature, and you can leave it as it is. So then next step would be hang that product, hang that wreath on the door. But before we do that, I would like to spray it with special solution, slightly like that. So you can find those solutions in garden stores, actually, when they're working with evergreeneries. So what that does, it locks the moisture in the surfaces. So technically, it prevents your wreath made of evergreenery from drying out fast, especially if it's out inside the house. So let's say if you'd like to proceed with other decorations for this wreath, again, it's time to be creative. Use whatever you'd like to add to your design, and technically what is going to be in a mix of your decorations that's in your house. So technically your personal touches. Well, for this wreath I purchased at craft store different types of berries. And I already told you I'm gonna go with whites and silvers maybe. So I have 3 stems of this kind and 3 stems of that kind. I will add my decorations the same manner, clockwise, and again, one would be toward the top of a design, another would be a little bit kind of underneath, so I'm covering the whole form of the design. And for my purpose, for my decorations, when I wanted to be very classy, simple, but still festive enough, so that would do. And I guess that wreath will look nice in this precise door with that arch decoration. So that was I was hoping for. But let's say for your purposes, you actually can go farther and let's say you still like the bow. Definitely you can make nice bow in any color you'd like and add it to the top of the wreath or at the bottom. Usually those 2 classy positions for the bow. Let's say you need more accessories to this design. Obviously you can use whole array of different types and shapes of ornaments, and usually we like them to mix a little bit and create tiny bunches. So what I did, so technically I use wire. Groups of 3 as odd numbers is usually better choice than just even numbers in any kind of design. It doesn't have to be floral design. So this is how it looks as a nice bunch, and don't worry about it's not staying, because it doesn't have to be, because when you secure it to the wreath, it will be secured nicely and it will stay in this precise position. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for your design purposes, and happy holidays!